Hello, Waffle Crew. I hope you're all doing great. I'm Mark, and today we're diving into some more relationship tales. If you enjoy a good Reddit story, please consider giving a thumbs up, subscribing, or even hitting that notification bell. Let's jump right into our first story. This one comes from Unhappy Spouse, titled 31F, My Husband's 42M Behavior is Costing Me My Loved Ones. As always, we've got an update to go with it. We've been married for nearly a decade and share 2 kids. Over recent years, my friends and family have started pulling away from us, some to the point of avoiding us entirely. I know my husband can be abrasive and domineering, like insisting on choosing everyone's seats at group dinners, controlling the playlist when we host, or starting arguments with me in front of others. I get why people might not want to hang out with him socially. The problem is, he won't let me spend time with others without him. He's incredibly possessive. I talked to my sister, 35F, about this, and she shared some shocking revelations. After an argument between her husband and mine, my husband spread false rumors that her spouse had mistreated our kids. He even messaged her directly hinting that her husband was unfaithful. These claims are completely baseless. A close friend also confided that my husband told them I'm constantly unfaithful to him. They didn't believe it but felt awkward bringing it up with me. When I confronted him, he got into a screaming match with them, accusing them of meddling in our marriage. He often picks fights with me during gatherings, making everyone uncomfortable, and has even left me stranded at friends' houses when he's upset. All this makes it hard for me to keep my friendships alive because of his jealousy. There's more to this, but I'm unsure how much to share. Feel free to ask questions. Now, let's check out the mini update first. I spoke with my sister and apologized for my husband's lies. It was tough, but I admitted I'm deeply unhappy and unsure about staying with him. She said she can't be around him but will always support me, no matter my choice. I'm welcome at her place anytime. And if I leave, she offered to let me stay with her while I figure things out. When I asked her opinion, she suggested I think about what I'd tell a dear friend in my shoes. It's hard to put into words, but I hope you get the gist. Right now, I'm lost. I'm reflecting on this and other things he's done. I feel broken and sick, dreading how I'll face him when he gets home, spreading vicious lies that could cause serious harm, being so jealous and controlling everything, even dictating seating arrangements or music choices in group settings, is exhausting. Abandoning me at friends' homes and humiliating me publicly instead of talking privately? It's awful. Is this really someone I want to stay with? The update will reveal more, but first, let's look at some comments and responses before the full update. A deleted user commented, "You need to leave him. He's controlling your life in ways you clearly don't want. Seek professional help or confront him directly." Another user, Fiery Critic, said, "He's emotionally abusive, and no one, including you, likes him. Do you want your kids thinking this is how marriages work? Open a separate bank account, get a lawyer, and file for divorce." Kind Soul added, "Eventually, maintaining ties with others will feel too exhausting and you'll let them go. He'll become your only support, leaving you feeling trapped and obedient to avoid losing everything. If that's not the future you want, leave now." Another deleted user wrote, "I'd bet your sister and friends see you're in an abusive relationship. The anger, lies, and isolating behavior, they know. If you search this subreddit, you'll see what happens when people try to convince someone to leave. If you're not ready to admit it, you might deny it. Tell your husband, and he'll cut them out of your life. It's embarrassing to admit, and he definitely doesn't want you talking to them. They're enduring his nonsense to stay in your life and support you. They'd have ditched him years ago otherwise. He's a manipulative liar who tried to sabotage your sister's marriage. They're waiting for you to ask for help because forcing you won't work. They care, and I bet your sister would be thrilled to help if you called her." Now, OP's relevant responses. On couples therapy. "I've brought it up multiple times, but he brushes it off, saying he only acted that way because of some excuse. He refuses counseling even when I pleaded." OP added, "He doesn't seem to care that I'm losing friends. When I show it upsets me, he trashes them and says I'm better off without them. I'm terrified of leaving and being alone. It sounds pathetic, but I've never lived independently. I went from my parents' house to living with him. It's scarier with kids to care for, and I work in our family business, so leaving means losing my job too." The "leave him" advice was overwhelming, and I'm shaken. On support. "I can talk to my sister, we're very close. I'm mortified by what he said about her husband, and I hope he doesn't know. My friends, most of whom are recently married, wouldn't judge me, I think. My parents, though a few hours away, would support me too. These comments highlight how he's isolating her, convincing her she doesn't need her friends. It's manipulative, and OP's been reliant on him since leaving her parents' home, making it hard to see clearly. This post seems to be her wake-up call. Let's see the update. Update. It took a month to tell him I was done, but I did it. Another month to move out fully, but I stayed firm. 8.5 months later, I'm struggling with his ongoing antics, but my friends and family have been incredible. When I first told him I was leaving, he broke down, promising to change, saying he loved me. I had a flicker of hope. But the next morning, he started a vicious fight, yelling about how I could betray him, saying he'd never trust me again, and spewing nonsense. He threw objects, tore down curtains, drank heavily, and I left. His reaction was all about him. For weeks, it continued. I slept in the guest room, but he'd sneak in to cuddle me. He'd buy gifts like perfume, then scream or break things in front of the kids. He never hit me, but it felt close sometimes. Then he overdosed on his anxiety meds, and I called an ambulance. He claimed that meant I didn't care. Weeks after I moved out, his new girlfriend moved in, surprising, but I don't know if he cheated. He still sends endless messages begging to reconcile while spreading lies that I left him for someone else or that he dumped me for my infidelity. I ignore him and his friends now. Divorce filing is months away due to a mandatory 12-month separation, but I'm happier. My days are calm. Aside from his nasty texts, my friends are amazing and therapy's helping, though just being away from him is the biggest relief. He threatens to ruin us financially, but I doubt he will. I leave it to my lawyer. It's too stressful to handle alone. My kids are adjusting slowly. He was awful in front of them during the split. It'll take time, but we'll be okay. This update is uplifting. Hearing OP escape an abusive relationship with her loved one's support is heartwarming. She mentioned feeling ashamed about his lies, and the update shows her strength despite the challenges ahead. I hope we get another update on her progress and whether her ex continues harassing her. Maybe a restraining order is needed. Hobo Wanderer commented, "Congrats! It's tough, but you'll make it. Best wishes for you and your kids." OP replied, "Thanks. It's been rough, but I know I made the right choice." Braveheart said, "This is as happy an ending as it gets. Consider a restraining order for his messages to document his behavior before court." OP responded, "Yes, not perfect, but I'm happier. I couldn't stay another year. What do you think of this? It's a positive step, though OP has a journey ahead. Share your thoughts below and let's move to the next story. This next story comes from Starry Blend, titled, I, 30F, found out my husband, 31M, has feelings for my sister-in-law, 29F, and despises my brother, 32M. Hi Reddit, sorry if this gets messy. I need advice. Using a throwaway and fake names for privacy. My sister-in-law, Lily, my brother, her husband, Max, my husband, Tom. Tom and I have been married for 4 years, together since high school. Our marriage is solid, with normal ups and downs, and we usually talk things out maturely. We were just discussing starting a family when this mess hit. Now I'm lost. Max and Lily have been married 5 years, also high school sweethearts. My brother and I are super close. He's always been my rock, and I adore him. Lily's amazing, one of my closest friends, and truly family. She's kind, witty, and wonderful. Max and Lily's marriage seems stronger than mine. They're a true team, always supporting each other, and clearly in love. They're trying for a baby, and I'm thrilled at the idea of being an aunt. We all got along great until now. 2 weeks ago, Max invited us to their place for drinks to celebrate Lily's birthday. It started fine. We chatted about kids, work, and life, but Tom drank too much and started flirting with Lily, making her visibly uneasy. She asked him to stop multiple times and avoided him. Max got understandably annoyed and told Tom to cut it out. I tried too, but Tom wouldn't listen, and I was furious. When Max stepped in again, Tom lashed out, saying he hated Max and wished he was gone, then confessed he loves Lily and wished he'd ended up with her. He even tried to kiss and touch Lily. She panicked, and Max kicked us out. I dragged Tom home horrified. The next day, Tom admitted he has feelings for Lily and resents Max for it. He swore he loves me, would never cheat, and called his actions a drunken mistake, apologizing repeatedly. He apologized to Max and Lily, but they're understandably upset. I'm torn. His behavior was appalling, almost assault, and it hurts that he hates my brother. Max told me he doesn't want Tom around, especially near Lily, who's shaken by the unwanted advances and confession. I get it, but I'm stuck. I don't want to lose my bond with Max and Lily over Tom's actions. His confession makes me ill. It came out of nowhere. We were all friends, and now he loves another woman and hates my brother. I love Tom and want to fix this, but I don't know how. I want to stay close to Max and Lily and be part of my future niece or nephew's life. Everything's falling apart. Can this be saved? Advice, please. To me, his drunken actions aren't an excuse, especially since he doubled down sober, confirming his feelings for Lily. Divorce seems the only option. Why stay with someone in love with someone else? You mentioned your marriage is good, but not as strong as Max and Lily's, which concerns me. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Here are some comments. One user said, "You want to stay with someone who tried to force himself on your brother's wife, confessed his love for her in front of you, and said he wishes your brother was dead. Have some self-respect." True Voice wrote, "This was a wake-up call. You were about to have kids with him. Imagine being tied to him forever. Alcohol lowers inhibitions, revealing his true feelings. He betrayed you and nearly assaulted your sister-in-law. Divorce is the answer." Another added, "He's destroyed your marriage and family ties. Unless Max and Lily forget this, they'll never be comfortable around him again. If you stay, expect to be excluded from their lives." Now the update, I'm devastated to say I'm ending our marriage and pursuing divorce ASAP. It's painful, but I can't live knowing my husband loves another woman and assaulted her in front of me, especially since it's my sister-in-law. I'd always feel like his second choice. His actions toward Lily were unforgivable. Reflecting on it, I felt disgusted, betrayed, and foolish. I couldn't believe the man I loved for nearly a decade could hurt me like this. Last night, I showed him your comments. He broke down, admitting he married me to stay close to Lily. It was always her. This is heartbreaking and creepy. I feel awful Lily was around him, unaware of his intentions. Who knows what he might have done if Max and I hadn't been there. He begged me to stay, claiming he loves me, can get over Lily, and will go to therapy. I didn't listen. He's lied for years and I'm done. I spoke to Max, who's furious about what Tom did to Lily and me. He said if I stayed with Tom, our relationship might not survive. He can't forgive someone who assaulted his wife. Lily's traumatized and considering a restraining order. I'm contacting a lawyer soon and taking steps to secure my accounts and plans. Your advice was invaluable. Max and Lily are my true family and they're supporting me. I'm young with time to find someone who truly loves me and start a family. I'm booking therapy to process this. Lily's avoiding Tom entirely, and Max, a tall ex-Marine, is keeping her safe. Some questioned my timeline, saying, since high school and almost a decade don't align. I meant over a decade, my mistake. Believe me or not, it's a wild situation. On a bright note, Max and Lily are still trying for a baby, so I might be an aunt soon. I'm focusing on healing and moving forward. Wow, what a story. The update is positive. Leaving was the right call. Learning he married her to get to Lily is shocking. What do you think? Share below. Thanks for joining me. Check out the playlists at the end for more stories. Your support means the world. See you next time.